You know, we used to have a segment here on the Rich Eisen Show, Bill Belichick's press conference moment, and we put that on hiatus since there are no Bill Belichick press conferences right now. Just Bill Belichick media appearances.
Smorgasbord.
Absolutely. But I do believe that's just in mothballs for the moment. We will. That's coming back.
I think so.
I really believe so.
He'll coach next week.
I don't know. I think he's done.
I don't know. I think he's really good at what he's doing, and I think he really enjoys what he's doing, and I'm sure he makes a pretty penny at what he's doing. But I think deep down, if he can coach one more time with the right situation and get Don Shula's record, he'll do it.
Yep.
He wants the record.
But one segment that we used to do that we haven't done in a while, I do believe this will be the last time we ever do it.
Never say never,
but I'll say it. I don't think we're ever going to do it again. Hit it.
I plead the fifth.
It's time for a TB12 heat check.
Oh. Now, we used to do the TB12 heat check after he, left the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Right.
And then he came back.
He did.
And so we were taking heat checks all the time. And when he left the Buccaneers again, we were taking heat checks. Even when he signed with Fox Sports to do what he's currently doing and took a one-year hiatus. We were doing heat checks. But now that he has been unanimously approved to be a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders, it's over. Tom Brady will never be a quarterback in the National Football League again. And his statement, how about this? Tom Brady tweeting out a commitment to excellence statement with the Raiders logo at the top, talking about how humbled and excited he is to have been unanimously approved. And it's kind of crazy, to see the fact that he is an owner in the NFL and Roger Goodell, who once upon a time suspended him, and we all talking about how terrific it is that he's a member of the NFL's ownership now because he believes in the future of the NFL, which, by the way, is a good belief to have. It really was wild yesterday to see Tom Brady approved at an owners meeting. Richard Seymour as well.
Richard Seymour, yeah.
Did you see that?
As a half a percent of a team. Brady's reportedly getting 5% of the Raiders.
And did you see who the owner was who put the item up for? Because one owner has to, forward a motion, and another one has to second it to be considered. Did you see the ownership group who put it up for?
No, I missed that.
It was Kraft.
Oh, good.
I mean,
did it for both Brady and Richard Seymour to be voting for.
I think a little bit
membership.
of Robert feels like he missed the boat, not allowing Brady to have a little piece of the Patriots.
I don't know, man.
I think you'd have to feel that way a little bit, right?
Like, he's got a statue out there, and
you've got your franchise's greatest player. Like, I think that would have been just a great. The Raiders.
Like, I don't
think
know.
about that. Tom Brady brought the Raiders their greatest.
I don't know.
Like,
maybe when it all comes down to it, though. When it all comes down to it,
you're right.
One thing that Kraft could have done was like accept the money back. Like, it's basically like you're buying a piece of the team with my money. That's a lot of my money.
Yeah, that's true.
He'd be recouping.
Yeah,
I
guess
mean, that's
so,
one of it. Or word is that Tom got a little bit of a nice friendly discount on this front, and maybe hey, business is business.
Yep,
the Patriots are the Patriots. Like he's not giving away the milk for free here.
That's true.
It's true.
I'm sure it wasn't free for Tom Brady either. But Mark Davis is the one who's welcoming Tom Brady into a membership group. So I understand it would sound better if it was the Kraft.
I don't know.
Or it would be more on brand.
I don't know. Yeah.
But here is Mark Davis talking about the new minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Just exciting. What I was going to say is we traded Devontae Adams for Tom Brady and a third-round pick today. And although Tom can't play, I think he can help us select a quarterback in the future and potentially train him as well.
And by the way, so just real quick, that's exactly why, right there, in case anybody's wondering, I don't know if people really care about it, but that's exactly why Tom Brady is not allowed to walk into anyone else's facility as a member of Fox Sports. doing his job. By the way, every week, better and better and better.
Yeah. But how do you do that job now?
The same way that he's done it for the first 6 weeks of the season.
So
without being allowed to go into someone's facility or have direct contact with a player or a coach as any other member of the broadcast community gets access to. Again, when I call these games, just so everyone understands, when everybody calls a game, they get access to speak to the coaches and star players of the game that they're about to call. And that's part and parcel of every team's, like every quarterback throughout the week does film study, does lifting, does meetings, does all of that. But at one point, they are, as part of their duties, responsibility, having to speak to the broadcast team that's about to call the game. And sometimes that broadcast team goes to the facility and sees practice, or goes to the facility and meets with the players. In London, we went to the team hotels of the players and coaches and had those meetings and gleaned a lot from it, face-to-face. We met face-to-face with Rodgers and Darnold and Trevor Lawrence and Caleb Williams and Matt Eberflus and Robert Saleh and Kevin O'Connell and Doug Peterson. Brady's not allowed to do that because he's an owner in the NFL and a minority owner in the NFL. And the majority owner basically said, we're going to use him as a resource to help with quarterbacks. And I know that doesn't have anything to do with, who's winning or losing, whichever game that he's doing this week. But, they in the NFL, they don't care.
No.
They don't play.
So, Rich, I guess my question is, did he not have that access all season?
Correct.
Yeah, he could.
No. What I'm just saying to you, I'm bringing this up. No, he has not been able to do it all season.
Okay.
Because the minute that you've actually applied for ownership in the NFL, you're held to a different standard.
I'm not sure I realize it. Okay.
Including not being able to publicly denigrate officiating. So it'll be an interesting, opinion of what he's saying and what he's doing on the air if he at a point in time he does criticize a call, in a way that I think owners might have a problem with. I don't know if that'll ever happen, So I'm just bringing it up one more time based on you. That's why. If he's going to help with rostering, and he's going to help with training, and he's going to help with one team to get a quarterback that Tom Brady's going to give a check mark to, and then help that quarterback do well, what happens when the Raiders are taking on your team and Brady's calling that game 3 weeks in advance?
Yeah.
So that's why it is what it is. Even though I don't think Brady would ever do such a thing, but who knows? I mean, he's an owner now, so you take zero precautions in the NFL. And you know who would be the first person on board with something like that? Mark's dad. Mark's dad, and Amy will tell you, and she talks about Al Davis all the time on What the Football. He would take zero precautions. I think he thought everybody was trying to rob him and cheat him.
It also seems kind of absurd to think that Tom Brady is just going to run to the coaching staff. Hey, here's what I got from the Broncos.
But like I told you, but in this business, everything is parsed and everything is looked at with a side eye.
No, I get that.
Certainly when it's now down to business and they have allowed you a piece of membership.
Right, like it's the Illuminati or something.
You say that as you want.
It just seems.
But
absurd.
they just allowed private equity in the building, and guess what? The reason why they're doing that is it makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want a piece of it. And if anybody thinks that something's not on the up and up, again, I'm not saying that Tom would do that. I just wanted to make a point of why you heard what Mark just said, why Tom's not allowed in other buildings doing his other job or his main job, or I don't know what what do you call his main job other than TB12 Incorporated. And the other thing is, it's over. The TB12 heat check is done. He's not coming back. He's not walking through that door.
I have a question. Let's just say
Yeah.
that Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, God forbid, suffer some catastrophic injury.
It's over.
And you've got a quarterback hanging out in the building who's pretty good at throwing the ball.
No.
Like, is there anything that says
he's done.
He can't Bill Russell can't play or coach?
He'd have to
coach?
No, he'd have to divest.
Oh, okay.
That's not happening. It's over.
I think that's wrong.
Guys, it is over.
I don't think that's fair.
Tom Brady is gotten a piece of an NFL team.
You agree with me, don't you, Chris? It's not fair.
He's got a piece of an NFL team.
Aren't there movies like that? Owners want to play with their teams.
Just roll. Because I do love
about that.
I do love the drop. Let's do it one more time. This is the last time. May the pour one out.
Pour a little liquor.
Pour one out for the TB12 heat check. If we can just get it one last time here.
This goes to
it would be great.
I plead the fifth.
It's time for a TB12 heat check.
It is cold.
You know what? You know what we need to do? We need to send flowers for the TB12 heat check. I know who can actually send it. Carl Anthony Towns.
Some boys to men. It's so hard to say goodbye.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.